Wait.
Now, okay lah.
No, just 1 minute. Let me confirm. The number 01? 01?
019 602
60
8813.
602 Phone get jam lah.
Okay lah.
Wait, no, settle the problem immediately. Let me fix it immediately. No, I'm just going to check. Why?
I think I texted you last when you went to US.
Huh?
When you went to US the last time I texted you.
Yeah, 1 minute. 019 602.
8813.
Something wrong lah.
Okay lah.
Okay, later lah.
Okay lah.
Before you go back.
Yang ini dibersalin dengan waktu pengurang waktu kerja. Yang ini secara overall.
Salam sejahtera, salam hormat. Salah live Hey, ini mana ni? Bernama okey lah. Not as bad as someone. Not you. Okay. Salam sejahtera, salam hormat, salam perpaduan dan salam keluarga Malaysia. Pemangku KSU Datuk Razman, Ketua Pengarah J3SM, rakan-rakan media masa. Hari ini seperti mana kita sedia maklum, Pindaan Akta Kerja 1955, Pindaan dalam kurungan 2022 yang telah diluluskan oleh Parlimen pada 29 Mac 2022. Sepatutnya saya telah membuat pengumuman bahawa ia akan dikuatkuasakan pada mulai 1 September 2022. Walau bagaimanapun, sebelum penguatkuasaan saya sebagai menteri dipertanggungjawabkan, perkara ini telah adakan pelbagai sesi perbincangan semua stakeholder, khususnya pihak industri, FMM, MMF dan semua pihak industri, termasuk dewan-dewan perniagaan. Dan sebulat suara saya terima permintaan daripada pihak industri bahawa mereka perlukan sedikit masa lagi, di mana kita dalam keadaan pemulihan ekonomi yang begitu penting, dan mereka telah merayu kepada kementerian supaya kita menangguhkan penguatkuasaan. Dan perkara ini saya telah bawa ke Jemaah Menteri pada pagi ini dan telah berbincang dengan anggota-anggota Jemaah Menteri, termasuk menteri-menteri berkaitan, khususnya Menteri MITI, Menteri Kewangan dan sebagainya. Semua anggota kabinet berpendapat kita perlu menangguhkan penguatkuasaan Akta Kerja 1955 ke 1 hari yang akan diumum kelak. Setelah saya berbincang dengan pihak Kementerian Sumber Manusia, pegawai-pegawai kanan di peringkat kementerian, kita telah memutuskan tarikh penguatkuasaan tunda daripada 1 September ke 1 Januari 2023. Ini sedikit sebanyak akan memberi ruang kepada pihak industri, khususnya kepada majikan, supaya mereka recover lebih awal. Mereka khawatir mungkin penguatkuasaan ini kita dalam dua keadaan. Yang pertama, mereka masih menghadapi shortage pekerja asing untuk menambahkan produktiviti, dan dalam keadaan seperti ini apabila kita mengurangkan waktu operasi, mungkin ia akan menjejaskan pendapatan mereka. Walaupun kita lihat 1 Januari adalah tarikh yang diputuskan di peringkat kementerian. Sekiranya kita sempat menyelesaikan semua isu-isu pekerja asing, mungkin boleh diperawalkan. Tapi buat masa ini hanya 1 September sebagai untuk pelaksanaan. That doesn't mean we have any difficulties with foreign workers. Kebetulannya isu-isu dengan negara sumber telah pun diselesai. Dari segi MOU dan sebagainya, maka tak ada sebarang isu di negara sumber. Mereka dah mula masuk, cuma memandangkan kita telah hampir 3 tahun tidak membenarkan pekerja asing masuk. Proses itu mengambil masa. Okay.
45 hours per week, will that also...
No, it comes as a total akta lah.
Yeah, but that 45 hours per week, will that include...
45 hours, yes. Will reduce from 48 hours to 45 hours. Dan cuti bersalin daripada 60 hari ke 97 hari, dan suami juga turut akan dapat cuti daripada medical leave ataupun cuti sakit daripada 60 hari tambah 74 hari.
Betul.
Ha?
Kan kosong daripada kosong kepada 7 hari maternity.
Sebab dia tak cuti sakit.
Cuti
Medical leave.
sakit tambahan.
Tambahan.
Ya.
So 45 hours also for migrant workers?
See, when it comes to workers, we cannot discriminate anyone. See, we are trying our best to come out from tier 3 to at least tier 2 watch list, and we are trying to avoid forced labor, all these issues. Therefore, we shouldn't discriminate any employees regarding whether they are local or immigrant workers. Even kita sedang kaji, ada juga cadangan supaya kita jangan gunakan terma pekerja asing. Even the word asing itself, we are finding it's a bit difficult to absorb. So we are looking at some other definition.
Some other definition, sorry,
Some other name like kami pekerja daripada sebut pekerja asing, sama ada kita sebut pekerja luar negara ataupun pekerja imigran dan sebagainya.
Actually, Sidang has said that there has been some confusion from JTK informing the employers that 45 hours they can take into consideration meal time. So is that
Mana?
On the detail on that, this any confusions, they should refer back to the headquarters for clarification. Okay.
so but it
No,
doesn't?
meal hours like meal hours.
Yeah.
So just to confirm, so even though it's passed, pelaksanaan tak dapat terus, but tidak di-implement.
No, production shifted to 1st January.
Just clarify. Dato', MTUC said the minimum wage does not include security guards and school cleaners. What do you have to say about that?
And domestic workers.
No, domestic workers subject to the MOU between the source country.
But that's in Indonesia. Not all source countries have the same MOU. And the minimum wage order doesn't include domestic workers.
Let us study the whole thing.
So what about
Yeah, how about security guards and cleaners?
No, security guard, see the contract, when we wanted to implement the minimum wage, it was agreed upon by the Ministry MOF that they'll revise. The issue with MOF, with the cleaners and general worker security guards at the school and also with KKM, they got obtained the contract previously with low charges. Take into consideration 1,002 as a minimum wage. So the moment we implemented 1,005, they are still seeking the old contract. They are asking for a renewal of contract. In principle, MOF have agreed. They'll revive the price.
Datuk Seri, I'm just curious, this is just a delay of 3 months, and businesses generally have had over a year's notice to put all these things in motion, and many are still not ready. I was just wondering, what's going to change in 3 months, and
You see, we hope within the next 3 months, we should be able to address the shortage of immigrant workers.
But that's not really the issue as well. They're saying that they're not ready because, we're still going through the pandemic. I mean, we've spoken to a few business owners and they are saying that we are still suffering, and to implement this in September is unrealistic.
So that's why we are pushing to January.
Yeah, but in those 3 months, they are still going to be suffering anyway.
No, then we can see, I cannot come to you and say give an indefinite date. Can I come to a press and give an indefinite date? Everybody want to know when. At least now I'm giving a definite date so that everybody will be prepared.
I know, but
You see, if I don't give a date, tomorrow they're going to say, oh, we are not prepared. At least now I'm giving you all notice in 3 months in advance. By right, see, I'm not going to buy all this, sorry, by right, I should implement now. We are a government, cukup perhatian, we are listening to everyone. We are showing that we care for people. We care for all sectors. Of course, the ministry is more concerned about the employees, but at the same time, it is our utmost duty to protect the employers, to safeguard the interests of the employee. So at least now we are coming forward and saying, okay, I'll give you another 3 months. Okay, if I tell you, if I say no, it will going to be no forever. Nobody will be ready. If you ask the employer, until the cow comes home, they will say, no, it's okay, we don't have to implement. At least I'm telling you, within the next 3 months, you have to do it.
I totally agree with you here, because now I'm just wondering what MOHR's role would be in maybe hand-holding all these employees to ensure they comply by the 1st of January.
We will do more awareness program on the ground.
Then the other thing is on the employee side as well. Not a lot of employees are aware of all these new rules. What sort of avenue do you have for
See, that's why after 1st September, JTM supposed to go on a road show. But now since we are postponed, we have more time to go for road shows to create awareness.
So this is the Pindaan terakhir lah.
Terakhir.
Also, employers were seen lining up in front of the HR ministry in Putrajaya because, you said
Because of that.
Yeah, but apparently they've been turned away. So what's even?
So now, no, it's all related to this 1st September, because 1st September onwards is going to be new law, so everybody have to complete by 1st September. That's why I told all of them to come and just get it done immediately. So now we have more time, we have another 3 months, so we can reorganize.
So, QTech has said directly and indirectly that they're not interested in the reviews. I know they don't come under the act, but this is the
Even MTC made a request not to postpone. To be fair to MTC, they made a request not to postpone. But we have, after listening to everyone, I think the best we just give another 3 months for the recovery of the economy. Otherwise, I'm just worried. When the industry suffers, a lot of us will lose jobs. Now, I think we are doing fairly well. Daripada 5.3% pengangguran, we have reached almost 3.8 now. So kita tak nak menggalakkan any more retrenchment, so on and so forth. So just accommodate another 3 months.
after January 1st, what happens if they don't?
It's subject to what happened before January. It's all subject to what's going to happen before January lah. After January, no postpone, don't worry. 1st January, Bahu Kokrok will implement.
So will this, in this 3 months, will you also look into the discriminatory clauses towards domestic workers in how they don't get protection?
What sort of protection?
So according to the Employers Act, specifically parts 9, 12 and 12A, they don't get maternity leave, they don't have certain protection against,
The immigrant workers,
Yeah, no, domestic workers.
local domestic workers or?
Local.
Local.
They've been excluded from
first
this.
schedule of the Employment Act.
Okay.
No 1 day leave,
No holiday
leave.
no maternity leave.
1 day leave, yes.
Only
Tapi yang lain-lain faktor dari segi waktu kerja dia exclude daripada
domestic workers.
So, Datuk, we will see the revised.
No, yeah, this was, in fact, this was highlighted by you earlier also. I think. Let us implement this, then we'll move on for amendment.
Will we see the revised first schedule?
Not yet.
That also 1st of January. So we don't know what.
Datuk Seri, ada segi pemasukan pekerja asing, ada tarikh yang untuk
Let's settle, we'll check in it dulu. So after 1st September, let us implement the existing amendment first, then we'll further improve. In fact, this is what I promised some of the parliamentarians.
So we say further improve, we will make those changes for the domestic workers. We'll remove those.
We'll study how to implement additional features.
And this will also include the
Yes.
minimum wage.
Should, but otherwise, we are talking about there shouldn't be any discrimination.
Yeah.
Then it should be across the board.
Okay. So can I just also ask, since you are talking about domestic workers, what about the EPF Act and whether they can get EPF?
That one must ask MOF. But as far as we are concerned, we are proposing a saving scheme for all foreign workers.
No, for local domestic workers, they cannot retire because they've never had EPF. They cannot go and become a member of the employers.
Huh?
Itu bawa EPF.
Let me talk to EPF. Still, let me check with them. Give us a bit of time lah.
Kita dah mula dengan caruman kesur dia.
Caruman Perkeso dah settle. See, all this why they don't even have the safety net,
Yes, yeah, until now, until 2020.
But I mean, regardless of whether they are local domestic helpers or foreigners, I propose there should be some form of saving scheme. Even I'm looking at further whether that saving scheme can be converted as a pension scheme or not.
So, my word.
So I'm just studying. Say nothing is confirmed. I'm just looking at the possibilities. See, we are becoming aging population. So by 2030, sizable of Malaysia is going to become the aging community. Can you imagine this private sector? At 60, they withdraw the EPF. And they're going to live for another 20-25 years easily, taking into consideration of current lifespan. And they got no income. And eventually it's going to become the government's problem. So might as well be addressed now. So let us take one at a time. My officers and I, we just visited Tokyo. We have checked their module, how they have implemented, how they managed to overcome the aging issues. We are just going through a lot of proposals. This, I tell you, this is a serious problem for Malaysia, especially for the private sectors. That what we see, in reality, most of them withdraw the IPF by 60. The very next day when they wake up 60 and one day, they don't have safety net from Perkeso. And can you imagine, okay, you are looking at a sizable community, going to live another 20-25 years without zero income, and there is no safety net. And most of them get into all the kind of diseases after 60. So the ministry is looking at it very seriously, and in fact, we'll come out with a proposal soon. We want some form of financial security for the private sectors. So maybe we might increase the SOXO collection, which Aruman, whether later can be converted. It's still at a proposal stage. It's not, I think it's confirmed yet.
So all those people who have been denied EPF until now, who cannot retire, would you also consider something for them as well?
No, but too early for me to say anything.
Minister, just to confirm, the first schedule also be postponed to first
All.
Mengenai isu ni salah satunya sebab kerja asing kan. Jadi mungkin dah ada tarikh kemasukan bila sama ada kerja sektor ladang yang dikatakan daripada tahun depan.
Tadi orang dah masuk dah, pekerja asing memang dah masuk. Tapi proses dia, sebab memandangkan kita 3 tahun tidak membenarkan pekerja asing. Saya bagi contoh. Penerbangan daripada Bangladesh hanya 7 flight dia seminggu. Kalau 7 flight berapa lama boleh masuk? Dan 9 daripada Malaysia, so all in, you are looking at about 16 aeroplane. Paling maksimum seminggu 3,000 je boleh masuk. In a month we can get only about 12,000 plus from Bangladesh. Tapi keperluan semasa lebih kurang 1 atau 200,000 pekerja. So it's all going to take a bit of time. Semuanya punca sebab kita 3 tahun tak lepas pekerja asing. But now dah kita boleh lihat, boleh nampak peningkatan daripada negara-negara sumber. Okay?
Hari ini ada berita yang keluar that the budget 2023 will now be brought forward to October 7. So we understand that the cabinet was informed. So we were wondering if Datuk Seri could enlighten us whether
let MOF, this one comes under the jurisdiction of MOF lah. Bagi Datuk Seri Zafrul buat pengumuman. He's going to make an announcement anyway. I don't want to jump the gun. Huh? Tamil என்னங்க சொல்றது? அது பேர் என்ன? தமிழ் அதுக்கு பேர் என்ன? வேலை மாற்று வேலை சட்டம் இல்லை. நீங்க என்ன டைரக்டர் அடிச்சு போட்டு வரீங்க? அக்தா கர்ஜா வேலை சட்டமாங்க தொழிலாக. அதாவது 1955 ஆண்டு தொழிலாளர் நல சட்டம் நாடாளுமன்றத்தில் மாற்றலாகி கடந்த மார்ச் 29ஆம் தேதி புதிய உருமாற்றத்துடன் இன்று வருகின்ற 1ஆம் தேதி செப்டம்பர் மாதம் அமலுக்கு வரும் இந்த சட்டம் தவிர்க்க முடியாத காரணங்களால் நிறைய நிறுவனங்கள் தொழில்துறை சார்ந்தவர்களுடைய வேண்டுகோளுக்கு இணங்க 1ஆம் தேதியிலிருந்து வருகின்ற ஜனவரி 1ஆம் தேதிக்கு மாற்றலாகி இருக்கின்றது. ஆக இதன் வாயிலாக நாம் கொண்டு வரவிருந்த இந்த மாற்றம், அதாவது தொழிலாளர் நலச்சட்டம் வருகின்ற 1 ஜனவரி முதல் அமலுக்கு வரும் என்பதை மனிதவளத்துறை அமைச்சர் மூலமாக தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றோம். இதன் வாயிலாக நிறுவனங்கள் பொருளாதார மீட்சி பெறுவதற்கும் கடந்த காலங்களில் ஏற்பட்டிருந்த தொய்வில் இருந்து விடுபடுவதற்கும் ஏற்ற வகையில் இந்த மாற்றம் செய்யப்பட்டிருக்கின்றது. ஓகே.
Sorry, have you come up with any directives for the zero recruitment? Directive for employers to follow the zero recruitment fee?
No, we have announced that.
There is a directive.
No, there's a directive for the ministry that should be a zero recruitment.
There is a directive.
Minimum lah.
Minimum bukan zero. Minimum cost.
Minimum cost.
What about the P-hailing and e-hailing riders? Have you spoken to them? It's supposed to be...
We are going to announce next week temporary measure to give them the protection until, because you want to wait until the implement the new act is going to take a bit of time. So we thought we just use the ministerial power and just recognize them, give them the recognition.
As employee.
Yes.
Then this will be effective when?
I'll make an announcement next week. Don't announce it today lah, wait lah. Then next week I won't have news.
வருகின்ற பட்ஜெட் இருக்குல்ல, அதுல தொழிலாளர் நலன் சார்ந்து இந்த அமைச்சு என்னென்ன திட்டங்களை புதுசா முன்னெடுத்து சொல்லியிருக்கீங்க?
அதை நான் இப்போ சொல்லிட்டேன்னா அப்புறம் பட்ஜெட் என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க, சர்ப்ரைஸாக இருக்காது.
என்னென்ன சாரம்சங்கள், அதாவது கோவிட்லாம் கடந்து வந்திருக்காங்க, பொம்மையிலே ஓடி.
ஆமாம்,
என்னென்ன சாரம்சங்கள்
அது இப்போ சொல்லக்கூடாது. அது அந்த அன்றைக்கி வந்து
இன்ட்ல ஏதாச்சும் வந்து அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு தொழிலாளருக்கு நலன்
அது நான் பிறகு சொல்கிறேன். உன்ட்ட ரகசியமாக சொல்கிறேன் தனியாக. இப்போ விண்டோவில் கேட்டுச்சுன்னா கஷ்டம். Alright, thank you.
Huh? The cabinet say anything about the QPAX. They were supposed to meet today because they were...
Meet PM today.
Well, their issue was supposed to be taken to the cabinet.
Yeah, lah. About the increase.
They were asking
salary.
Yeah. Did you get any feedback from QPAX?
Who's supposed to bring it? I'm not supposed to bring it to the cabinet. No? Am I supposed to highlight in the cabinet? No, isn't it?
I don't know. Well,
Nothing to do with me. Right?
Oh, okay.
Punjab lah, lah. You must ask KSN lah.
Okay. The Umar Sabri case in Tawau.
Right?
The worker, the migrant worker who was wrongfully whipped in Tawau.
So, how?
That is more in relation to KDM, immigration, prison.
No, yeah, but that's
Yes.
that issue is aside. But there are a lot of bad practices in the factory itself.
Tu, ada tak? Tu, yang Tawau punya kita tak buat lawatan ni.
Tak
On
cuma untuk buang
our
Sabah.
side, under our law, kita dah taking care of bagi gaji and everything tadi.
Yeah, settle. But it's only
the housing-
judicial.
Dagang di bawah.
Datuk,
Housing?
Sabah belum
Belum.
cover under the housing act.
They are not.
They
for
come
six.
their own ordinary lah. Sabah labor.
they don't have the audience.
No, not mandatory Sarawak.
They have not.
Sabah.
It's not integrated. See, even during the Darurat, I went there personally asked for a temporary integration.
Okay, so then that means the Sabah and Sarawak Labour Ordinance.
Not yet including not yet included the housing act.
Okay, but
We have your own ordinance.
but the Employment Act changes, the amendments akan terlink. Will they be?
Tidak juga.
Also, so Sabah and Sarawak will be much later. Lah.
Much
When?
later.
Much later.
They have to amend, but later.
How much later?
Depends on dia Dewan Undangan Negeri lulus.
Oh, but they can bring it straight to Parliament.
They must get the Dewan Undangan Negeri.
So everything else, on JTK side, everything else in the Tawau factory is done.
Yeah.
But that's really sad.
Yeah, because
Damage is done. So
yeah, and they're using the same communal bathing area, you know. Semua orang mandi kat tempat yang sama, tak ada screen. There's nothing.
for the prisoners.
Yeah, they're treated like prisoners.
No, that's for prisoners or
For
at
the
work?
Workers in the Tawau factory, women and men.
So kita yang tempat kerja, tempat tinggal semua dia orang yang check kan. That's come under the Sabah ordinance lah. They don't comply with 446.
So,
Not military.
So who will be responsible for their housing?
Actually, at the state level, already discussed it, and they want to more or less take this proposal into this ordinance. The middle of discussion with state government.
And Datuk, what about his reinstatement?
Sorry again.
Reinstatement, the labour issue that Sabri Umar has.
The reinstatement of the file under this Industrial Relation Act.
Yeah, he has filed it. Yeah. So, is there any possibility that he will be reinstated?
Depend on the Senate court to decide later. Industrial court.
Thank you.
Cannot comment on the court.
Thanks. Thanks, Datuk.
Okay.
Sarah, I don't have a nice picture of you, can I?
Hey, how can you say that? Daniel, what an insult!
No, I've been thinking like so far away.
Ah, okay, say like that. Like you don't have a nothing to do with my looks, please.
Always got to do with your looks.
All right.